Hey, what's going on, guys? Letting us back at you with another Nier Automata boss video, and right now I am doing the third fight with Adam. I did the first video previously before, which was the first boss of the game, and then you have a second fight with Adam and Eve that doesn't really feel like too much of a boss battle, so this is officially the third fight with him. Now, I was on par with level with Adam, which was level 25. I felt like it could have been a little easier if I was higher level. If there's someone out there who's a little lower, this might be a little difficult, or just might take a little bit longer just because you don't really output that much damage to Adam in the first place. Now, you can install some plug-in chips on your paw that will give you increased damage, but I found like the most efficient method for dealing damage to Adam in this fight was counterattacks, because he'll take a couple of hits and then he'll either attack you back or he'll form these barriers. And in the first form of the fight, he's going to use these blocks. I believe they said they were silicone blocks, and he's just going to either do a wall attack where it'll go in one direction, or he'll throw these huge blocks or multiple smaller blocks at you, and you just want to constantly R2 to the left or right, circle around him, and then try to get around and get a couple of hits in. On my character, the plug-in chips, I don't think I really had anything special on here. I had something that increased my health, something that increased my attack, and something that allowed me to have a 20% chance to deal 50% of the damage dealt to me back to him. Now, after you do the first part, you're going to do the second part of this fight where his health completely regens and he drops all the theatrics with the blocks. And now this fight is going to be the actual fight for Adam. Again, this is the part where you really need to focus on counterattacks. When someone's about to attack you, when you hit R2 at the right time, you can hit R1 and the pod will do this charge attack that counts as a counterattack. That's where I focus on to get damage in, because he's constantly shielding himself and dodging around. Now, for the most part, the times you want to do it is when he sends up this white barrier, which you'll see in a second. You can either do a counterattack there when he attacks with his feet or does a jump attack. And if you got laser equipped, go ahead and try to get that in and aim it. Here's the white barrier I was talking about, where you want to just go ahead and break it to the point where he's going to send that damage back at you. That's when you have the chance to counter it and then deal a little damage back to him. So it's kind of like a back and forth battle between counterattacks. Now, I equipped the spear. I think I was using either the E40 spear or the machine spear, just to get a little more reach in. As you would see in most of the battle, I'm always trying to, even when I'm a couple of feet away from it, if you hit the Y attack, you should be able to get in still an attack or two just from the spear's range alone, because you do this throwing attack. But this is pretty much the majority of the battle, is you going through counterattacking and dodging his attacks, while trying to get in close and getting a couple of sword swipes in. Right there, block, counterattack. Simple as that. Now, you can play around with your pod and see if you can also install a couple of plug-in chips that might increase your counterattack. I think there are a couple available by this point, but for the most part, just work on it. It's not that difficult of a battle, and if you guys need help, then let me know in the comments. But I kind of find this battle was one of the cooler ones as well. It was pretty much just a constant battle of counterattacks back and forth, so there wasn't anything crazy about this battle, but I felt like it was a really challenging fight in a way compared to most of the other enemies that you will fight in the open world. Now, this shouldn't be a spoiler. This cutscene that's showing, it's just 9S being captured by Adam, and then you get to free him after you beat Adam. But this is it. You're going to have another couple of minutes of the boss fight where I'm trying to chip down the last half of his health, and the battle goes pretty much the exact same way, except I think he does a little more damage on this part, but that's about it. So just focus on counterattacks, focus on your timing. He kind of shows and tells his attacks, and again, focus on getting damage to the barrier, and then right as he's about to explode it, dodge and then counter. But that's it for this battle. If you guys want to know more, again, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next boss fight. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Come to me!